Please welcome Caroline Picard.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to the jungle, motherfuckers. I've been doing comedy 32 years now. I'm gonna hit 32 years on the in August of this year, and yeah. And I think Rex and I figured it out. We're 6 months apart. I'm 72. He graduated. Yeah. Born 1951, when they had just invented fire. It was so cool. I was almost there to see it. But it's true, you know, you hear 72, and I have Ron help me up the stage because I fucking need to. I mean, when you get older, shit happens. You know, I'm not gonna fall on my ass. I'm holding on to this shit right now. I'm not nervous. I just don't want to fall. Because when you're at these kids' age, nothing fucking hurts. Nothing. I pulled a tit muscle in my sleep. Let me say that again. In my fucking sleep. I turned over and I went, fuck! And I'm not going to the fucking doctor. What'd you do? I pulled the tit muscle. What's he gonna tell me? $150 gets some icy hot, bitch. What the fuck's wrong with you? Works for Shaq O'Neal or work for my titty. Yeah. But I love to stun people. I love to do. I've been doing it for, like I said, 30 years. And the one thing about comedians that we travel so much. I was on ships for 11 fucking years with Carnival Cruise Lines. Yeah, 11 years, and then I just got tired of fucking stage moving. You know, there were sometimes that captain would take that ship and like, bitch, you want to slow it down, motherfucker. Just slow this shit down. But I enjoyed it. I loved my time there. But then I started looking around at some of the people. I'm like, y'all starting to hurt my feelings. It's true, man. When I first started, I had cataracts, right? And they got real bad. And I could see, but, you know, if you have cataracts, you know what I'm talking about. It's like looking through milk. So when I finally had them fixed, I went back to work, and I went up to the Lido deck. Okay, now I can see. You know, how long you people been here? And I see women, I'm like, okay, there's a certain age, you gotta get rid of that fucking bathing suit. That two-piece ain't working for you. I had one lady, I'm 69 years old. I can still rock it. I'm like, bitch, you got cataracts? But I did a lot of traveling when I was with Carnival. I flew everywhere. They flew us to all the ships. And I've been traveling, God, I've been on the road, 18 years before Carnival and then 11 years with Carnival. And we drive everywhere. And people ask me all the time, what's your favorite place? Where's the favorite? I've been to a lot of places. I did military shows for 15 years. Wow. Yeah, I've been to Japan 4 times, South Korea, Okinawa, Sicily, Guam, Europe. I was in Europe in 2022 doing shows there. Because we're not at war, but there's a lot of troops fucking there. And we're not at war. But, you know, I travel a lot. To say what's my favorite place, it's a lot easier to say what place I didn't like. And that's fucking Los Angeles, California. I'm sorry, I wanted to like them. You know, and they made fun of me because I'm from South Louisiana, I live in Houston, Texas. Like, okay, we see y'all, y'all have hurricanes every fucking year. God's trying to get y'all off the planet. Bitch, y'all catch on fire every fucking year. We might have a hurricane. Boom, you on fire right now. I did a show in LA 25 years ago. And back then you went to do what we called a showcase show for the industry so they could see you. Now they just fucking Zoom. TikTok, all that shit. So I get there. Now 25 years ago I looked a whole lot different, man. I had longer hair, a lot of hair, high hair. Because where I'm from, the the hair, the closer to Jesus. And that shit was held together by Aquanet. A lot of people, young people, don't know Aquanet. Y'all remember that? Damn! Your hair did not move. I tell people I could have been in a Cat 5 hurricane. I'm probably gonna die. But when they find my body, they go, damn, her hair looks good. I had on a pair of tight-ass Rocky Mountain jeans. Those things didn't move. I had to lie down and zip them up with a fucking pair of pliers. But I looked good. I was a tight 5 back then. Now I'm a flowy 10 and I don't give a fuck. And the ones I got on right now, these bitches stretch. I had on a pair of red cowboy boots. Now, the guy that introed me, he didn't say I was originally from Louisiana. He said Houston, Texas. California and Texas, we have a love-hate relationship. We love to hate them. So I get up there, and I'm on stage maybe right after the intro, and the guy in the back row goes, I bet she's got a gun. I said, probably. And honestly, I don't own a weapon. I believe in the Second Amendment. I just don't, my daddy always said I'm the type of woman that should never have a gun in her hand, because I'm gonna shoot you. Especially if you try to scare me. You know, you come, boom, bam, got you dead. I'm sorry, man, don't do that shit. I don't need a gun. Listen to my voice. This is cigarettes and whiskey. Somebody come to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning, knock on my door, I'm like, what you want, motherfucker? And they'll walk away. I thought no lady lived here. So anyway, I start my show. Everything's going great. And this one little girl had a bear up ass. This is 25 years ago. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she screams out, I bet you work for Enron. What? No. Comedian. And again, she hollers out, you're from Texas. I bet you work for Enron. I'm like, I don't work for fucking Enron anymore. They fired me in '88. I sold my shares in '97. I was a financial secretary. I could read a fucking financial statement. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers are making this shit up. So I'm trying to get the crowd back because I have industry people watching me. And she was relentless. And she kept coming at me about working for the power. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? You've ruined my show. Let's go. She said, well, we had to buy our power from Enron. And we had blackouts. We lost power and electricity. I'm like, well, tell you what you do. Build a fucking power plant. Stop trying to run an extension cord from downtown Los Angeles to downtown Houston, Texas. Because on a Friday night, we can light the pit and fuck with you. Lights are on, lights are off. Lights are on, turn the meat. Okay, I get the crowd laughing again. But she keeps on going, you know, we can't build a power plant. And I'm like, is she crying? I said, are you crying? You don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand what? She said, we can't do that because we're going to have to cut down some trees. Well, you might want to. Forest management's very important. You might not catch a fucking fire every year. She said, no, you just don't understand. We can't cut it because of the spotted owl. I'll play. I said, why not? That's where they live. That's their homes. Okay. I said, so y'all can't cut it down for one bird? She said, no, a flock. There are flocks of spotted owls. I'm like, y'all got some real good dope here. You seeing spotted fucking birds, man. She said, no, that's where they live. I said, okay, let me explain. So I said, let me ask you a question. She said, what? I said, is that a wild bird? She said, yes. Why would you ask? I said, well, if it's a wild bird, we're gonna have to marinate it. Bitch, I live in Texas. I'm from Louisiana. We'll stick it up a turkey's ass for all I care. You understand me? We'll call it a turduck owl. We don't give a fuck. I will deep fat fry that bitch. If it's in between that damn bird and my hot flash and air conditioning, the bird gotta fucking go. Oh my God. But like I said, we travel so much. And I get to Florida. What the fuck? I thought this was Florida. Where'd this cold fucking weather come from? I never hoped for a hot flash so far in my life. I was like, come on, turn on, turn on, turn on. Fire up. Come, fuck, I'm cold. I hate cold weather, man. I really do. But one of the places I used to go to a lot is, nothing scares me. I've been through hurricanes. I've been through many hurricanes. Hurricanes do not bother me, okay? Tornadoes scare the fuck out of me. I mean, I can see a hurricane coming for 5 fucking days. I'm like, we got time. Light the pit. Be good. We got Cat 1, we don't give a fuck. Cat 1, it's apart. We don't start worrying till Cat 4. That's when you back the shit up and get the fuck out of town. Okay, I never understood how trailer parks get hit by a hurricane. I'm like, bitch, your house has wheels. Back up the pickup, let's go. We go to Missouri, get in. But tornadoes, you can't. I mean, you can prepare for a hurricane. You can't for a fucking tornado. It's just, they don't even give them names, just numbers. E1, E2, E3. You get to an E5, it's like, fuck you, you're dead. You know? You could be barbecuing. It's beautiful right here. That shit's sneaking up on you. You go to turn the meat, next thing you know, you naked in front of Jesus. Well, what the hell just happened? Where's my dog? And one place I used to go all the time was Oklahoma. I love the people of Oklahoma, okay? But they don't play. And they don't tell you shit. At least down south here in Florida, down in Texas, we will warn you. We let you know. We have hurricane season from April to fucking whenever it fucking stops. Okay? But no, they don't tell you shit. You know, we have signs in Houston on the freeways. Okay, hurricane season, be prepared. Then right after that, it says elderly couple missing in gray Taurus. Who the fuck drives a Taurus? Check the casino, I'm betting at the nickel machines. I go to play a club in Oklahoma City. Back then, all the comics stayed in the same place, and we shared a house. I went a day early, because I wanted to color my hair. And women do, we do that. And it's a personal thing. You know, I still do it, but I'm about to stop. Because, you know, you go gray every fucking where. Pay attention, little girl. Every fucking where. And L'Oreal ain't gonna make a batch to match your snatch. That shit ain't gonna happen. You can't go to Walgreens and go, I need a medium ash brown everywhere. Now, one thing they don't tell you, I got there on Monday. Nobody, they don't put it on the radio or shit. They don't tell you that on Monday at 2 o'clock, they're gonna test the tornado horns. We don't have fucking tornado horns where I'm from. We don't have that shit on the Gulf Coast. We don't need it. All right? Well, I put the color in. 30 minutes. I look at my watch, huh? Sure, okay, gotta go. Get in the shower. And I hear this. Fuck! I did not even grab a towel. I ran out of that house. Now, I've got hair color dripping down. It's in my eyes. I can't see shit. I'm buck naked, standing in the middle of the yard, and I'm screaming, tornado! And I finally wiped the hair coloring from my eyes, and there's a man standing right in front of me. And he goes, gotcha. Son of a bitch. Then I go to another place called Elk City, Oklahoma. I'm playing the Days Inn. my career was on fire. The only good news was the guy that ran it was from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So after the show, the Crown Royal started flowing, man. We started drinking. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I realized I got to go to New Mexico. I got to drive the next day. So I'm like, dude, I need to go home. Hey, go. Now, this was a single unit, okay? Because it's a day's in. And I'm on the bottom floor. I'm on the back of the truck. I'm trying to get to my room, but the door keeps moving. And I was on a mission because my shit's in there. And I'm doing 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Finally, I get in my room, and I left the TV on. It's going crazy. Here's another little thing they don't tell you. I'm from Galveston. I live in Galveston, Texas at the time. I live in Galveston County. That's the county I know. I don't know where the fuck I am here. And the thing about Oklahoma, which is kind of cool, they name their counties after Native Americans. Some of the counties, like Cherokee, Pawnee, Apache, Little Bear running with a beer and shit like that. The weatherman is naming all this, and I'm going, okay, shit's happening. And I'm screaming at the TV like this man hears me. What fucking county am I in? Name a tribe. And he says, if you don't have a basement, grab a mattress. I'm drunk. And I'm looking at the bed, and I'm going, grab a mattress? For what? The flight? Am I gonna have to surf this bitch? But the biggest shock for me was when I went from Gulf Coast up north. And I mean north. Like, I stopped in one place. I left, and it was in February. And we had one of those Texas kind of winter, kind of summer. It was like 75 degrees when I left home. So I had on some short sleeve shirt. Oh, I keep driving. I get to Nebraska. And it still wasn't really cold. I unpack. I woke up and I said, oh, shit's changed. I turned on the TV. The weatherman says, the high temperature today will be 2. To what? Is there a period or a comma after 2? Now I have my Gulf Coast winter clothes. My Gulf Coast winter coat. That shit wasn't working. I had to go to the Salvation Army and get the real shit. So I get it, all right? I keep driving. I'm headed to what they call the UP. That answers all your questions. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan. All right, in February. This is how cold. You see, they kept saying below 0. I don't know below 0. I know one thing. I live below I-10. That's all I fucking know. That's the equator where I'm from. And I'm like, how cold can it be? This is how fucking cold it got. The sun was out. I couldn't feel it. I'm looking at it going, I see you. I don't feel you. And I start driving, right? I'm playing at a casino up there in Sault Ste. Marie. Beautiful casino. I get out my truck. I'm in a little Mazda, 92 Mazda. And I park next to this F-350 diesel, big ass fucking truck. I get out and the guy says, ma'am? I said, yes, sir. He said, you gonna plug in your engine? He said, because when the temps drop, it's going to get colder. I'm like, there's an I said, well, here's the problem. I bought my truck from my brother in Louisiana. He didn't give me the extension cord. And I'm like, oh my God, nobody's coming to this show. I go to the event center where there were 800 people there. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with them? It's her. So after the show, we had a great time, and they wanted me to hang out and drink and party with them. I said, yeah, but we're doing it inside, right? It's her. And they're laughing at me. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's her. I don't dig her, man. And I didn't have to get up early, so I got up about 11:30, 12. Got in my truck. It started. It was great. Sun was out. Couldn't feel it, but it came back. Well, I started driving down to Muskegon, and I passed over the Mackinac Bridge, and the wind shifted. My little truck did this, and I'm like, oh, it's the wind, no problem. Well, in Michigan, the weather will change on a dime, just like down here. I get to the bottom of this fucking bridge, and it starts snowing. And not that Hallmark snow, not that bullshit. No, not that let's make some hot chocolate and make snow angels, not that motherfucker, no. 55-mile-an-hour winds, snow going sideways, and this snow is saying, bitch, you gonna die. Here's another thing I didn't know. That when you go up there, you have to buy below zero washer fluid, and they don't sell that shit at Walmart in Galveston, fucking Texas. So my lines froze up. And my windshield wipers are going, squeak, you're gonna die, squeak, you're gonna die. And where I'm from, when you're driving in inclement weather, you slow your shit down. Okay, put on your flashes, slow down. Not in fucking Michigan. Evidently, these bitches have night vision fucking goggles, and they are blasting past me at 75 miles an hour like they late for church. I can't see shit. Finally, somebody threw snow on my windshield with their tires, and I'm like, fuck, Super 8. I'm like, I'm done. I parked my truck. I went to get me something for dinner. I braved the cold. I got me a 6-pack and a can of Vienna. That's how I roll. And I found out mustard don't freeze. I get in, I call a buddy of mine in Austin, Texas. I'm like, dude, you are not gonna believe this shit. He said, how bad is it? I said, it's horrible. And while I'm talking to him, I look on my nightstand and I see a menu for a pizza restaurant. And it said words I had never seen before in my life. I'm Catholic. We drink. I'm pretty certain I was born 0.10 because my mom drank while she was... It was 51, we didn't have warnings that don't drink, bitch. And she smoked. I'm pretty certain I came out and said, yeah, I'll take one of those. I remember tasting my dad's beer when I was 2 going, that tastes familiar, I like this. And like I said, in Louisiana, you can buy alcohol anywhere. You can go to Walgreens, CVS, buy a 5th of Jack, buy a 5th of Crown, because we believe in one-stop shopping. Pick up the high blood pressure medication and the 5th of Jack Daniels. We drink wine in church. Now they drinking wine in church. They didn't have that shit back then when I was going up to Cat. No. And I wish we would have, because that hose used to get stuck in my throat. It used to make my mom so mad. She's like, Caroline Ann. I got baby Jesus stuck in my throat. I had a woman get so mad at me for that joke. I can't believe you said that. I said, listen, baby, the Catholic Church got a whole lot more problems than my little bitty joke, okay? called this pizza place. And this kid answered the phone. I said, oh, you guys are open. He goes, well, yes, ma'am. Why wouldn't we be? I said, dude, have you looked outside? It's Earth. He said, oh, that's nothing. I said, what the fuck is something? Because I don't want to be here for something. He said, can I help you? I said, yeah. I said, you deliver alcohol? He said, yes, ma'am. You have any wine? Yes, ma'am. What kind? I said, a Merlot. He said, well, what brand? I said, oh, I don't care. Something with a penguin or a kangaroo. I just want to see this shit happen. He said, well, would you like a pizza? I said, yeah, because I don't know how to pair a Merlot with Vienna. He said, what? I said, bring me a cheese and pepperoni. And I called my buddy back. I said, it's not going to happen. I said, it's snowing like crazy. The wind's blowing. There's no way they're going to make it. 30 minutes later, there's a knock on my door. I'm like, son of a bitch. I opened the door. There's a snow terrorist standing out there. He's bundled up like the Michelin tire boy. He's got a big, thick Elmer Fudd hat on. He's got a scarf across his nose. He's got icicles on his eyebrows. He's got a hot pizza, a bottle of wine, and he's on a fucking snowmobile. I gave him a $30 tip and said, dude, you want a blowjob? You deserve it, my man. Come on in. I got wine and pizza or beer and Vienna. I'll find a candle. Come on. Filling all over the fucking place. One night I did that joke I've been doing this joke for years. I did it on a ship. And there was a little girl sitting right there where y'all are sitting, the young people. And you 23? Yeah, she was 23 years old. Blonde hair, blue eyed. Cute as you wanted to be. This is a Texas ship. I'm sure her name was Brittany. Ashley. It's Texas, probably Heather. When I said blowjob, she went. And I'm like, are you okay? Do we need to call medical? She said, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I said, well, what's that? She said, you said blowjob. I said, well, I can. It's an adult show. We're all adults here. She said, that's not the problem. Baby, what's the problem? She said, you're my grandmother's age. I laughed. I said, let me ask you a question. She said, what? I said, does your grandma have a lot of jewelry? She said, yes. I said, well, you have a happy grandpa. And then she thought about it. She said, you get jewelry for doing that? Bitch, you giving that shit away for free? Did your grandmother teach you nothing? You guys think we do that because we love you. Fuck no. We do that. That's a negotiating tool. We need shit. And calm down, fellas. That's an acquired taste. That's like scotch. You got to give me a reason to go there. Put some chocolate, some sprinkles, something. Give me... Don't just do this. Boom. No, fuck you. She's like, oh my God. How do I get good enough to get jewelry? I said, baby, you have to practice. She's like, what? I said, okay, calm down. Go to Dairy Queen. Get an ice cream cone. Start licking. Practice those long strokes. I'll get you some good shit right there. And make sure he's watching. When you get to be about this much on the cone, take your tongue and go around real slow. Do that about 3 times. On the 3rd time around that cone, he's gonna go to Jared's. She said, how do I know when I'm real good? Go back to Dairy Queen. have them dip it in that hard chocolate. You know, take that ice cream cone, dip it in twice. It's gonna make a little curly cue. Knock that off. Make sure he's watching. Because if you can pull all that ice cream through that little bitty hole without cracking the chocolate, he's gonna open an account at Jared's. God bless you, thank you, and good night.
Caroline Picard.